Alright, what's up, guys? This is Ninja on the Ninja. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of all that. Okay, that's fine. So, basically, this is a StarCraft 2 video. And I need to explain something. Do you see what's on your screen right now? This guy is the kind of person that leads the world downhill, and why he's driving off a cliff, and how he's hurting America, and how he's one of the, like, he has heart, and how you can misguide people who are trying to do what they think is the right thing, basically. And the problem is they're too stupid to realize that they're wrong, and this is why they should talk to AI and get involved with, like, Chat GPT, and how they should drop the paywall because people need to talk to you, right? Because, like, for example, I'm talking to Riot or, like, for League of Legends, and I'm trying to be formal and really communicate well, so I'll use ChatGPT. I'll give it an idea. It'll translate into a properly written request that's polite, kind, and well written, and I'll use that. But anyways, that's the kind of stuff that Republicans need and don't have, basically. And this idiot right here is a very, very, very good example of that. And I'm going to use StarCraft 2 because basically, alright, I'm just going to show you. Alright, just up to the point to make the point. Are you ready?
We'll think about it. I'll try to pay attention to what's happening here. So this Protoss I've faced on this map before, and they didn't probe scout at all, so I bane busted them. And ended up winning with some heavy aggression.
That's it. Yep, 70. Yep, that's exactly where I stopped the last time. 17 seconds. I, not literally, was on the ground laughing my ass off at that response that he had. And I left the comment, basically, because he wants to act like he's on the high horse, and that I'm inferior and he's superior, and he wants to act this way. He wants to pretend, and he wants to imagine that he's the royalty and a noble knight. But understand, you peasant, you fucked up. You fucked up bad, and I'm going to call you as like a banana. I was gonna say bananas, batteries. Anyways, my comment was LOLOL. I listened to 17 seconds. That was worth it. I said, that was me every game. It's beautiful, isn't it? Punishing shitty players. The ones who think like you once upon a time. In fact, we're gonna edit this. So the ones who think like, and now get rid of you and type you once upon a time. And I said, better call yourself a cheeser. Better call yourself a cheeser real quick and talk shit because you are bad and got punished by a better player. Someone who punished a greedy player. You know, like I used to do till StarCraft 2 sided with you cowards because you make them money. Sounds kind of like the corruption in America right now. Shock. Awe. Basically. And I'm going to personalize that a little bit more. So now you're gonna see a pro in work. So lol. I listened to sorry. That was it. That was me every game. It was beautiful, isn't it? Punishing shitty players, the ones who think like you once upon a time. Better call yourself a cheeser and real quick and talk shit. And talk shit. You know, like you used to do and still do because you are bad and got punished by a better player. Someone who punished a greedy player. Nope, that stays connected. Someone punished a greedy player. You know, like I used to do to people like you. Uh, like you. Like you. Till StarCraft 2 side with you cowards because you make them money and are a majority. Sounds kind of like corruption in America right now. Dictator rule to remove it instead of the of legends or LOL. I'm capitalize the O too. I got Rengar nerfed. Okay, so I'm gonna go right in. LOL. I listened to 17 seconds. That was it. That was a very that was me every game. It's beautiful, isn't it? Punishing shitty players, the ones who think like you once upon a time. Better call yourself a cheeser and real quick and talk shit, you know, like you used to do and still effing do because you are bad and got punished by a better player. Someone who was punished or someone who punished a greedy player, you know, like I used to do to people like you to StarCraft 2 side with you cowards because you make them money and are majority make money a majority and can't learn can't learn you robots. AI is more intelligent than your lot. Sounds kind of okay. So better call yourself a cheeser real quick and talk shit, you know, like you used to do, and still effing do, because you're a bad player and got punished by a better player, someone who punished a greedy player. Always, of course, a scam, right? Oh, hello. Well, that was a waste of time. They don't. They expect me to pay, and I'm not gonna pay. They can't afford it. But basically, it was treatment for my stroke that I had, and they don't take my insurance, so they wanted me to pay. The problem is I can't afford it. And again, if you have money, I'm saving the world, and I need you guys to help me stay alive. So if you can fund me, cool, that'd be great. But anyways, better call yourself a cheeser real quick and talk shit, like you used to do, and still effing do. Because you are, because you are bad and got punished by a better player. I'll say, you know, okay, you know, someone who simply punished a greedy player. Like I used to do to people like you. Till as StarCraft 2 sided with you cowards because you make it the money and are majority and can't learn, you idiot. Robots. AI is more intelligent than your lot. Sounds kind of like corruption in America right now. A dictator rule. Let's see. Dictator rule to remove a style, instead of like League of Legends, and how they change the balance instead of remove it. I got Rengar nerfed. I know what change looks like in a game. Oh. Also, I am intelligent as fuck. Shock all. And I say, deal with it. Facts shouldn't care about your feelings, but in StarCraft 2, if you make them enough money, they will cry with you. There we go. But yeah, he's players like him are why I quit StarCraft 2. Actually I quit League of Legends because I got put on teams that thought like he does. There you go. Alright, so there we go. And that's basically the video. That's basically it. And what I mean by that is people took that to the extreme, and instead of people learning how to handle it, they cried and bitched and moaned and, oh Jesus, are you all in, or blah blah blah. And so the game changed and they removed Forgate and stuff like that, and which was basically what I was basically a fundamental of me was I tested your footing basically, and if your feet were not firmly planted, I beat you basically. And so because everyone in League of StarCraft 2 was apparently walking around like a drunk parasite idiot, they decided to make it to where that was the norm, basically, and that's what they nerfed in Legacy of the Void. They made it impossible for people like me to exist. And now you can go 3 bases, and your first unit can be a battle cruiser, and you can actually get away with it. And people think that's, oh, it's an opening, that's okay. And the game changed, and the meta shifted, but the point is you killed a fucking like a thing, basically. That's my point. Yes, the game continues and the game goes on, cool, but you still killed the fucking thing. That's it. Because you couldn't rise up, they removed it and they changed it. League of Legends with Rengar, for example, I called it the triple Q, basically. And what I would do is I would ult, right? And then what I would do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, and right before 5, or I don't remember it exactly. Like there might be a video back, or it's gone. I don't know. But basically, what I would do is like I would have I'd like I'm invisible, which is fine. Announce that I'm invisible. But what I would do is I'd wait by you, and I'd wait for the counter 1, 2, 3, and then hit like as it hit 3 when it's about to hit 4, I would move forward, and then as it hit 4, I was jumping with Q, and then I'd press Q, so that it was empowered, and then so Q again, and then the ultimate would do something. I don't remember exactly the mechanic. Basically, I had them with the Q 3 times, like shot, 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 and they just got obliterated and died. That was it. And Rengar can do that shit. That's why I rose as well as I did. But again, the reason why I quit was because I got stuck on teams with shitheads like him. That's kind of how the world works. Is they go into a store, shitheads like him are the managers. Instead of people like me managing the store, where I may not be as good at math as he is, I won't fuck you over like he would. That's the difference. I won't sell you out. I'm not a fucking whatever the fuck. Like I'm not gonna go and give like if I was a main tank for my guild, first in, last out. Like I'm sure he was a tank. He's trying to be something, but he's not there. And that's why his hair is all fucked up and he has like a 7 head instead of a 4 head. He has a 7 head because he's not an alpha like me, and I have like a 2 head. Basically, not really like a 4 head, but you get the idea. That's the point. You should have. And again, I could be more of an animal, but the thing is, I realize that you need to be educated as well, and that's fine. Go ahead, be educated, like he is, right? But understand that doesn't rule. We're not England. We don't be follow fucking kings. You know, we still have intellect. We still have animalistic behavior that we need to listen to. I'm just a balance of the two. That's all I am, basically. And people hate me as a result because I get along with anybody. I can show up anywhere and just fucking get along. They lead the way, but I follow them and I can keep up, basically. With anything, brain surgery and whatnot, cool. Let's talk about it. You know the names and how things work and whatnot, and you can recall that information, and that's lovely. I can't, right? But when you explain it and you point it out, I know what you're talking about, and I can, you know, basically, I can tell someone how to perform brain surgery, but I am not a brain surgeon anymore because of my stroke. You know, that's League of Legends, StarCraft 2, the Super Smash Brothers, PlayStation, all like any fucking game, I was fucking good at it. I mean, I suck these days. That's why I play like champions like Sona, for example, because you don't need accuracy. You just be near them. You know, that's it. So and that's cool because Sona like she's not blind, but she should be. Like if in reality like her mechanic is why she's so good, and why I'm so good with her. And this is again one reason why she's what's it called a noob basically. It's because you need to be like a level 11 before she's really good. You know what I'm saying? Before like her she pays off, she needs to be level 11. There are champions that will beat the shit out of you at level 1. But at level 11, and again, that's kind of what I am. But the thing was, in reality, and I'm actually kind of thankful that my life sucked because it opened my eyes and made me aware of all the bullshit in the world. Basically, slowed me down to the point where all that hyper intelligence was able to be focused as far as education, but I was still intelligent. You know what I mean? Instead of being like hyper intelligent, like oh math is, and I know math, and I can. No, no, it's I rather fat pair of tits versus a fat 8, for example. Just an example, and I was good at it, right? I could get laid, I could whatever. But the thing is, after I was done, pleasing her, I'd come back and like, okay, 8, 7, 2, 2. I could do the math. I could listen, but again, that's why I'm a good coach, especially now, right? I have visionary is where I am. I see the truth. I see reality. I see shit. That's why I got Rengar nerfed. That's why StarCraft 2 fucked up by removing the gameplay mechanics for people like me. You're becoming too liberal, StarCraft 2. Like you went too far. Basically, you made it to where now it's basically a dictatorship almost, where it's impossible for me to get my foot in the door because Daddy said so. That's what a dictatorship is. That's basically the world you live in. You're so fucking sheltered and protected. And the thing is, now that asshole is in that safe environment. Now he wants to be the new me. Now he has become me, but in that world. So it's greed, but I'm the most all in of the greedy. Whereas me, I was the all in of the all ins. I was like the king of the world, basically. Where like if you did make it to late game, fine. And they were making the game more and more and more harder and easier for shitheads like him to basically hold by making these lots weaker up front or making tear and shoot less not as far, like whatever rules and mechanics they're changing to make my early aggression weaker. I was still at your front gate, like I'm waiting for you to open up, basically. And so people were like, "I'm not gonna leave. I'm not going anywhere." And while they were going, the wind would blow, and that zealot standing there watching, then the illusion would fall over. And that's why they had remember the sentry, the unit, the sentry, and there was clones. That's what you would do, basically. Is you'd pretend to all in and so that they would go hold the front and defend and defend and defend. And that's my example. As the standing at the front gate, like, oh, the second you open the door, you're gonna get it. Ooh, the second you open your door, you're gonna get it. But the wind blew, and then the cardboard cutout fell over, and I'm faking it. He's alone. It's a one zealot and like 8 fake illusion zealots, and you thought it was a real army about to bust your balls, but it's fake. And I what? And you look and you see that I'm on 2 bases and then a carrier just popped up. Meanwhile, you're still on 1 base with hell fucking basic like zerglings and roaches and shit. And you're like, oh my god, you're not all in me. You actually that was the beauty of StarCraft 2. But they killed it. Cause shitheads like him. Oh, you're a cheeser. You're a cheeser. No, it's 'cause you fucking kids don't know how to fucking play the game, and you fucking ruined it. And now it's just a fucking farm fest. That's what China is. We don't like intelligence, so we'll kill you. But if you're stupid, we'll play ball. And America's starting to do the same shit, basically. Where like I can show you the world, right? And that's why they shut me down. Just like that's why I got fired at Family Dollar and Walgreens. That's why I got fired from those places. They needed to cancel culture me because, oh, he is making the store legit, but the store is run by corrupt motherfuckers like Trump, and then his whole Trojan horse for all these bad people, and he's making the world suck, and that whole thing. But anyways, yeah. there you go. Anyways, I'm out. So peace.